Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today what I want to do, I want to take a look at watches that are sort of, I guess you might call them mid-tier, high horology or something like that. These are watches that are not crazy expensive. And right around 5,000, maybe just a little over, more likely under that. And so anyway, I went out looking around, and again, we're in pretty much of a seller's market. Some of the ones, especially with the ADs, are all sold out. But I dug around and found what I could find, and these are the ones that I want to talk about. It's something you might want to look at, say, not a bad deal. Okay, the first one is the Hermes H08. This one just came out, I think, in 2021. This watch sold out again and again and again. And it's a good-looking watch. The one they've got there is just one version of it, and it probably not even the most popular because all of the more popular ones are sold out. Like this watch a lot. It's different. It's got its own font. Hermes is known for that. And right at 4:30, 4:30 to me is the time that nothing happens, and so it's a good place to put calendars. But a lot of people are like, oh, I hate 4:30 for that. That's okay. But one of the things about this, the fonts on the, or the typefaces on the date wheel are the same as on the main dial. Very cool watch, and of course it's very popular. Now, one of the ones I found, this is something that before they had this one, they used to have a watch called the dressage, and it's got exactly the same movement. And if you poke around, you can find some very good buys on these. I think the dressage initially was something that was aimed a little higher, and so their MSRP would be pretty high. By the way, too, that 5,500 is the MSRP on the H08. So that's a watch that I think is a great deal. Okay, enough of that. Now, this next watch, the German watch, it's actually Nomos and Glashütte. This is a Tangente Neomatic 39 Platinum Gray. Now, oddly, the first I found out about this, I'm a member of the Horological Society of New York. Had to think about how they have the name, which came first. And they have a lot of stuff, that either live in New York or they have it elsewhere. And one of the things they had was this this one, and they were talking about the DUW 3001. They had interviewed the guy who did it. And the movement just sounds fantastic. Really a nice movement. It's 3 hertz instead of 4. And platinum metal on the dial. This is called the 39 Platinum Gray. I think they also have another one, a smaller one. Yeah, they do in 35 millimeter, if you prefer a smaller one. This for $37.80. Now, that's the list price. Reference 144. Man, I tell you, I just love this watch. I'm usually not really into gray dial because sometimes it's hard to read. But this one, I think they did a very nice job. Like I said, they use, I guess it's some kind of platinum plating they use on top of the dial. What a cool watch. I really like this one a lot. Now, this next one is Girard-Perregaux, 1966. This one, they have the new one, I think, that they have is like $9,000. It's pretty much the same watch. So this is simply an older model of that watch. And if you hunt around, you can find it. And I found one for around 5,000. It has the caliber GP03300. Girard-Perregaux's got the most convoluted naming for their dials, but this is a nice one. And the one that's full price, if you go to GP and you look for the full price 1966, it's sold out. So you can get an older one for a better deal. And the thing about Girard-Perregaux, they, at least my experience with them, they just work. I mean, they work and work and work and work. I have a Harry Winston that has a Girard-Perregaux in it, coupled with a Agenor retrograde. Thing just works and works and works. Nice watch. You have to hunt for this, but if it's something you like, it's worth hunting for. Now, this is a Harboring 2 Felix. One of the things that Harboring 2 seems to have done is to come out with more colors in the Felix. The Felix, to me, is sort of their, I don't know what would be their basic fundamental model. And I happen to like it. That's happen to be wearing one now. Here's one with a black dial. This is an older one that I got a few years ago. But this watch, it's the most accurate watch I have, and I've got some good watches, but this one always is much more accurate. Always accurate. Doesn't get magnetized or anything else. It could be. It's got the Carl Haas hairspring and the chronometer quality. Just a fabulous watch. They're around 5,000. I think people try to get more than that for them. I don't know what it would be if you had directly contacted Harboring 2. This one was for something when I got it, so yeah, things change. And I got it new, paid full price. One of the few watches I have on that one. Now this Bvlgari, it sounds funny when you say it that way, but that's the way the Bvlgari people talk about it. Bvlgari Octo Roma. This watch it must be overlooked because not only has Bvlgari been winning Grand Prix awards left and right for the last few years, it has its own caliber. It's a Bvl 191. Nothing, earth-shaking about it, but it's a good solid 4 hertz movement. The watch looks great. It's the kind of watch that I think is a fabulous everyday watch, sort of a kind of thing you can wear with, to work every day. And it doesn't matter whether you show up in blue jeans or a business suit. This watch works with incredibly versatile watch. And I got one for our son, and it was, he likes it. But, I mean, the price is great on this one. Really, I mean, compared to the list price, which is they've sold out of anyway, if you go to the Bvlgari site itself. This is another great watch. Now, this watch, the Chopard LUC Sport, was a much better watch than I realized when I first started poking around for it. This is the LUC Sport. I think it's 182 or something like that, or 801. I forgot. But that's sort of the reference number on it. But this guy, certified chronometer. Okay, the caliber 4.69. There's a sort of a base caliber, I think, called a 4.96. I think the base is either 1.96 or just a 9.6. What a nice movement this guy has. Self-winding, 22 karat gold micro rotor. Now this is one of the things I have in some of my watches. They're either really expensive or they're from the earlier part of the 2000s when gold wasn't $2,000 an ounce. But this one is from, I think, around the first 10 years, first decade of the 21st century. What a neat watch. It's got a KIF shock protection, escapement, stone lever yoke, winding system, double barrel, Trevo fine regulation, 3-leg Glashütte balance wheel, Breguet hairspring. And this is a Breguet hairspring before they started putting in silicone ones too. And then it's got the chronometer certificate. There's a place called Watch Rapport. And I don't know much about them, but I found one there, and it was $46.21. But then I found one on eBay that looked to be in pretty good shape for $33.50. This is a nice watch, very nice watch, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Now here's another German watch. We looked at the Girard-Perregaux 1960, and here's the Glashütte original 60s. 60s must have been popular. This one is a caliber 39-52. That's another bunch of calibers that I had wondered about. Now, the thing that's very cool about the Glashütte original 60s is that every year they have a new dial on it. Some of them, all different kinds. One year they had an orange one that really looked cool. It looked sort of like the skin of an orange, or a really cool looking one. I like the white one mainly because it's easy to see everything. They've got just everything about this is very nice. Very looking at the rotor, they've got a combination of gold and probably ruthenium or just steel for their rotor to get the balance size right. But I found this one at Joma Shop for $4,800. Now the list price is way above that, but the Joma Shop, this is for a brand new one. I found this one there too, 40 hours, 4 hertz. I mean, this is just another one of those really great watches. It does not include, it's time only. Time only with center second. So it's a very clean watch. So there's no date window or anything like that. But to tell you the truth, I prefer mine without a date. I really do. So anyway, these are these 7 watches that if you're looking for something that's a nice watch, high horology is more of a sales term, but I think these are all what I would call a nice, good, solid horology, and interesting watches. I was thinking of including Rolex, but they're more of a tool watch, and I was looking for something that was perhaps just a little nicer in some ways than that. Even though the Rolex, they have a lot of nice watches, but their prices tend to be higher and they're harder to find these days. So these are watches I tended to like, and I think you might want to consider them. Both Swiss and German. A lot of good ones in there. Another brand too that you can probably find a lot of great ones around this price from Seiko. So anyway, let me know what you think. Any other ones that you would add to this list, I'd like to hear. And again, something around 5,000, something very nice. That's pretty much available one way or the other. Let me know. This is an invitation to subscribe if you like. Until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Side, the art and science of watch collection.